Hello everyone, welcome to this video, which I think you will find very interesting. I'm going to talk once more about the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio and are we starting to basically see a bit of movement, a bit of an upward swing. I'll just talk about what we've seen over the last week. So I'll try to keep this fairly short. So let's have a look at what we've got here. So a couple of things firstly, before I get into spreadsheets and calculations. So we're seeing a lot of what some people call fundamentals, and um, we're seeing scaling happening. We're seeing a lot happening in terms of DeFi, and even in the last few days, we've always known for a while that this was big. There's more money being put in here and being locked in. But take a look at since I think about 6 days ago, the 12th of Jan. This has just shot up dramatically. This is a sign, basically, that the usage is happening. If I look, and I'll try and just make this a bit bigger for you. So go to DeFi Pulse. Maker's number one. We actually track maker dominance. It even tells you the category. So lending, um, people wanting to borrow DAI or Ethereum or any other stable coin for whatever purpose. Um, Synthetics is a derivatives platform. There is, by the way, believe it or not, one here for Bitcoin, which is the Lightning Network, which is for payments. If you scroll down, you'll see there's assets. Um, we do have payment platforms built on Ethereum as well, and there's lots of usage. But by far, we've got $474 million locked into Maker, and $830 million locked um, in total. So I don't want to say Ethereum because there's 7 million locked on the Lightning Network, but I mean, look how small that 7 million looks. Now, before I move off this, so this is the first thing, this activity here, just a continued good sign for the future of Ethereum, both short, medium, and I would say long term. And if you're an investor, you should do your research. And what I like about this is you can click here and say, okay, what is Maker? What is Synthetics? Um, MakerDAO, a decentralized credit platform on Ethereum that supports DAI, which is a stable coin, of course. I'm going to go through all of these, but just to show you, there's plenty of places now where you can just do quick research and just educate yourself over a cup of coffee. So that's the first thing. The second one, I spoke about scaling and plasma, and all these EIPs. I'll get to that. Plasma is basically part of the scaling infrastructure. It has to do with efficiency. I won't claim to be an expert on the deep technicals, but will enable the Ethereum platform to handle much larger data sets. It's similar to what we saw with Sedgwood on the Bitcoin side of things. And this is good for smart contract efficiency. Um, Basically, it's an on-chain boost as well. So it's on the Ethereum mainnet. So this could be a catalyst for a price rally, and this is happening. There was a test done recently, and a lot of people say that this could also make the issuance of Ether more scarce, which, as you would imagine, would impact price. Then there's one more that I will cover. I stumbled across this on a Reddit post recently, actually today. Ethereum Marketing DAO, distributed organization. So, autonomous organization. And what this talks about is essentially this has been created to market the Ethereum platform. Now, if you're following Ethereum, you know that it's been doing very well. It's the number one blockchain platform, it's the number one DeFi platform. But does the non-crypto person know about it, even in the banking industry, or even as I said before, the supply chain industry? There's all of that coming together. So this, these few tabs that I've clicked on, this talks to the fundamentals as to why we're going to see this, okay, grow and grow even more and perhaps out accelerate Bitcoin over the short term. Now, I want to do a bit of a calculation and just show you um, some movement and tracking what I've been talking about in previous videos. But before we do that, let's just have a look at this ratio, which is the focus of this video, and what's happened in the past. So I've covered this in another video, but you'll see as Ethereum launched and came out, it had a bit of a rally, and it had a really sharp move in the middle of 2017. This was not during the end of 2017 when the entire crypto market went bonkers. So that actually was right down here. And when Bitcoin went crazy, the ratio between Ethereum and Bitcoin actually tanked. I'll just make that a bit bigger so you can see that. Okay. Then Ethereum had a rally in Jan, but it didn't reach the all-time high. It reached about zero point 0.1. The all-time high, and this varies on different graphs, but according to this one on CoinGecko, 0.147. I've always said if this ratio can get up to zero point 0.1, there's a massive opportunity for you right now. What's happened over the last few years, as you can see, is that it's been flat. To me, this means that, the Ethereum network, people have been working on the fundamentals, getting real world projects up and running. That's exciting for me because that's where this will go up again. Not everybody shares that sentiment, however. When I put out a video on the 4th of Jan on why this ratio is important, and the trading opportunity that this actually offers you, I actually got a lot of flack for that video, to be very honest with you. Not so much in the comments, but I posted it on a few forums and things like that. And most of the comments were actually a little bit negative. People saying, "Yeah, but you're not. There's no guarantee that this will go up." I shared some tweets. I can put up screenshots, and a lot of people, both on the Bitcoin and Ethereum side, were like, "Well, you shouldn't." More the Bitcoin side, I would say. You shouldn't look at too much on this. The Ethereum guys were obviously saying, "Look, you just want to invest in Ethereum. Why would you want to swap it out?" The Bitcoin guys are saying, "Well, this thing's dead. As you can see, it's not going to go up." And I don't agree with either of those. I've said in previous videos that what you should be doing is have split your funds, your investment funds, four ways. One, you want to buy some Bitcoin because that is a pretty, if not safe, but pretty good or exciting bet. Ethereum has more activity on it than anything else, so it's also a very good bet. The third bucket would be altcoins of your choice, but I'm not big on altcoins. The fourth bucket would be buying Ethereum to take advantage of this ratio here, this uptick. Now, if you watch that video, this is where I'll get to the exciting part. So this is going to be the most exciting part because I'm actually going to go through. If you watch this video on the 4th of Jan at those prices and you made an investment, where would we be today? So let's have a look quickly. So currently, Bitcoin's at 8,800. So we've seen that rally this week. Ethereum's done very nicely, 174. If we go back to the 4th of Jan, Ethereum on the 4th of Jan was around $133, as you can see there. Bitcoin on the 4th of Jan, 7.3, roughly 7.3, 7.350. So what I've done now is put that in a third tab to this spreadsheet of mine, and I did promise that if I got 10 subscribers, I would actually share this with all of you. And I'm just a small YouTuber. I don't have Patreon and everything. Maybe I'll get to that one day. So I'm not gonna share it to select few. I did get more subscribers after my last two videos, including my Cardano video, which some of you liked. So I will be sharing this in the text section of this video. Okay, so you can have a look at everything that I'm showing you here. So this is the most exciting part of the video. So hopefully you made it this far uh, after my ramblings about the fundamentals and improvement proposals. Going to close all of that. On the 4th of Jan, okay, Ethereum's at 133, Bitcoin's at 7,300. Let's say you invested $1,330. You would have received 10 Ethereum or Ether. If you took that $1,330 and you just bought Bitcoin, you would have received 0.1814. So you can do the math, right? So you can say 1330 divided by 7,330. So that's just the number I'm going to use. And I'll round this down 4 decimals, okay? 0.1814. That's how much of Bitcoin you would have received. So let's say you sold today. Today, we've seen the prices today. So Ethereum's at 174, Bitcoin's at 8895. If you purchased 10 Ethereum on that day, you'd basically have $1,740. That times 10, very simple. So if you had purchased Bitcoin on that day, the 4th, let me just do this, make it a little bit clearer. If you had purchased Bitcoin on that day for your $1,330, at that price, you would have received effectively this amount of Bitcoin, 0.01814. And you can do the calculations, which you could sell today for $1,613. Okay, so Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin. Now, if you bought Ethereum and sold, you would have made more. If you bought Bitcoin over this period and sold, you would have made still a gain from there, but slightly less. Now, the whole point of my equation is to get a double gain. What I mean by that is basically let's look at the equation first. So my equation states that you should look at the investment Ethereum price, 133, over the new ratio. Now that's gone up. This is the good news. So over the last day or so, this is today, a few hours ago, it's dropped back. But it's gone up to 0.01999, so 63. So it's effectively 0.02. So let's use that. So 0.02, you've got 10 Ethereum. I know there's fees, but uh, you trade that and you've effectively got 0.2 Bitcoin. Okay, and you've effectively got the Bitcoin at 6,650 if you use this equation of mine to work that out. Thanks to that gain here, which is a small gain. All it's done is it's gone from it was at 0.017 or thereabouts. Where's the 4th of Jan? 4th of Jan, 0.0173, 0.0174. It's gone from there to there. Okay, that's what it's done. It was even lower. But remember, the Ethereum price would have been different. So we're putting a marker down in time and we're going to work from that. So if you take 0.2 Bitcoin, you do the trade. And should you want to go into US dollars at that price, you swap that out. This is effectively what you're going to have. So let's compare this. If you just bought Ethereum and you sold it, you would be gaining thanks to the Ethereum price now being at that. Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin, and that's what this reflects. Ethereum has gained effectively on Bitcoin. That's what we're expecting to happen with this ratio, and we're expecting it to happen in a bigger way. And the reason for that, um, the reason for the gain is all the fundamentals and all the good stuff happening on the Ethereum network. So you effectively double trading. This may not seem like too much of a big jump, but that will grow and grow and grow. I'll show that to you in a minute. So right now it's about $40 extra. Okay, if that ratio goes higher and higher, let's say it gets to somewhere there. Okay, and that is zero point 0.7. We can use zero point 0.7. You bought 10 Ethereum, you would effectively have 0.7 Bitcoin if you swap that out. And 0.7 Bitcoin, zero point 0.7 times 8895, that's what you would be selling that for, not this. That is the point of these videos, which I know when I get into the maths, they're not the easiest thing to follow. This isn't financial advice, by the way. This is just speculative and a bit of fun. I'm gonna share this. I've cleaned up this now at the bottom here. And I'll share this with you. So in my previous video, I said, listen, if I get a bunch of subscribers, I'm gonna do that. And if I get more subscribers on this video, I will continue tracking this over the next few months. So guys, I know that wasn't the easiest to follow, and that's why I'll share the spreadsheet and my equation and how it all works. But I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you can see the opportunity here. And if I help you, you know, in return for a subscribe or a like, then we're both happy. So I'll revisit this in maybe a week or two. How soon I revisit this basically depends on how quickly this jumps up. We've seen a small action, but trust me, this is actually not the really exciting. I think when it gets to point 0.4, I mean 0.04, that's when it's really going to be exciting. So I hope this gives you a clearer view than my previous videos. I'm getting better and better at explaining this probably and making videos. And the future videos will get even better. So I hope that was useful and interesting to you. And look out for my future videos, which will be even better. Until then, have a good day.